Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to start another project while I'm here in Indiana, and we're going to make some custom bolts that will hold down the Condor Chocks on the trailer. If you remember right in my earlier video, I was just pinning them down, and that actually worked really good, but over time vibration has started to oblong those holes. So it became obvious that even though that was a good idea and probably worked for years, that just to make it a little bit more secure, that I needed to bolt those down. So I don't believe I did a video, but I put some backing plates on the trailer and threaded those, and have just used regular bolts to bolt it down. But I want something that's quick and easy, so we're going to make some custom bolts that we can just tighten down by hand and use those instead. We're going to be taking this 1-inch aluminum solid rod, and we're going to be cutting some pieces out, 2 6-inch pieces and 2 3-inch pieces, and then we'll clean the ends up on the lathe and drill and tap those to accept a bolt, which will be permanently attached inside. It'll make more sense. I'll show you here when we get to that part of it. This flat bar piece here, we're going to use that and cut that so that we just have a like a 2-prong handle on top of the bolts that we're making, so that you can just hand tighten those in, and that'll make sense also once we start to position the pieces into place. After cutting the pieces to a rough length, Roy's just going to clean up the end of them here just to make them flat on both sides. Roy's running a drill in there now, and when we're done drilling it here, then we'll go ahead and run the tap in and tap it. Roy's just hand pushing in the tap here. Which gets it straight and into the piece so that it's not canted. If you do it by hand, you can cant ever so slightly. For our homemade bolts here, we're putting like a little T-handle on it, and Roy has marked on each end where to drill a hole, and has also scored it that we'll take to the sander and round the edges off on it, so that it'll make a really nice convenient T-handle.
They might be in mine. I thought I had. Yeah, those are bigger ones in there. You're right.
Roy's just knocking the corners off of the T-handle portion before going ahead and sanding the corners round.
This way they don't get so hot.
Right.
I've had to fucking grind that.
While Roy's working on setting the Bridgeport up, I went ahead and used the Scotch-Brite wheel and took the edges off of these and smoothed around the corner there. So that just kind of finishes the corner off on these. Here we've press fitted the T portion onto the spacer. I didn't film that part because it took all our hands to be able to hold these and get them in the press and press that in there. Now Roy is going to tack the top of these and ensure that they can never come out. Off camera, Roy was working on another project, so I didn't have the ability to film this. But what I did is these taped over portions are stainless steel all-thread rod. And what I did is I went ahead and put red Loctite and then jammed those down into these T-handles as hard as I could get them in there to basically make them permanent. Then I cleaned everything up so that there wouldn't be any excess oil or Loctite on the outside of this, and I went ahead and put the pieces inside the sandblaster and sandblasted all of them, and now they're ready for paint. So we'll go ahead and shoot them with etching primer and then with some black gloss paint, and then this project will be over. I'll show you the finished product here shortly. Well, here's how the custom T-bolts turned out. I've got two of them at 6 inches long so that they will clear the side of the trailer, and then two shorter ones at 3 inches long so they clear the Condor Chock angle iron so that they'll twist around. So these turned out really, really nice, and as soon as I get the trailer for our next trip, I'll get these in the toolbox so that they'll stay with the trailer then. But these turned out exceptionally nice. And the reason I put holes on each side of the T portion is so that I can put a bungee between them so that they won't be able to vibrate loose once they're holding the Condor Chocks down. But this was a nice little project, and it'll definitely make the Condor Chocks sit on the trailer a little bit better when they're under a vibration. Well, hopefully you like this video on the custom T-bolts that we're going to use to hold the Condor Chocks down to the Aluma trailer. If you did, please give it the big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Till next time, take care.